Hey, what's happening, everybody? It is Friday afternoon. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Ta-da. And welcome to the Secret Beach Store Review number 22. Stacy said, "You've done 22 of these already?" I go, "Yeah." It seems like she goes, "It seems like you just started." I'm like, "I know." And we had to skip a couple weeks for a variety of reasons. So Michelle is our 22nd victim. Student.
Victim. Okay.
And I gotta say, the first 21, Michelle put you to shame just by the blanket behind her. Hello, Jaws. That is awesome. Heck yeah.
Yes.
We were just discussing Jaws tiki mugs.
Yes, I am a huge shark fan.
Nice. Jaws. Look, I still think Jaws holds up when you watch that movie. I still, some movies you watch from our youth and you go, I think Jaws still holds up just fine and dandy.
Definitely.
All right. So I teased this a little earlier in the Secret Beach. Michelle has done something that we got to work on that no one else has done. So it's always fun when there's something totally new to work on. And so usually I'd start with it. Today I'm going to end with it. So we'll see. We'll see how many others tune in by the time we get to the end. But let's not hesitate any longer. Badoom. Okay, so we've definitely talked about graphics. If you're not going to have anything professionally done, go borrow something that kind of says, "Hey, it's Michelle." Get a little, even if you do a little avatar of yourself or something, just give yourself a little bit of branding. It doesn't really affect your sales, probably not, but it's really nice to have your kind of theme. And so, what is Brew Bargains?
It's part of my last name. And then just bargains that I sell.
Did you go with that, or did your friends call you Yo Brew? That's what I was hoping.
No. Just there was already a Brooks out there, a bunch of Brooks, and so I just cut it off to Brew.
Okay. I was just so hoping. Some people call their friends by their last name, and you're like, "Yo, Brew, what's up?" All right. So as we were getting ready, I'm like, "Did you list new stuff?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Good." So one thing we're going to talk about on Sunday on Mom and I show is adding categories. And I kind of misread this. Now, I understand it. I said, "Is that adult books?" Like, adult books? And she said, "Nope, just not kids." And so I get that. But, man, you could read it that way as, adult books. But, yeah, I get it now. But I like how you have – because are you in Orlando?
Yeah.
Okay. You got to be on the amount of Universal Park stuff and Disney Park stuff. And I'm like, you have to be in Orlando. But I like how you've broken it out here. Universal clothes, collectibles, Harry Potter, and popcorn buckets. But for Disney, you pretty much just have Disney. And you got Disney popcorn buckets. You should definitely, since you did it with Universal, I would definitely do it with Disney too.
I do. That's strange that it's not showing there. I have like about 20 subcategories for Disney.
Okay, let me see if I click Disney. Aha, there it is. My bad. So you didn't do the subcategories for Universal, but you did them with Disney. Gotcha. All right. So I haven't worked on store categories in a while, so I'm glad I just did that so I can show that on Sunday. Yoo-hoo, thank you. All right.
Sure.
So let's jump right to this one. This is one of your new listed ones. All right. There's 2 keywords that you're missing out on. And so I asked the chat in case they know. I'll ask you in case you probably don't know because you just listed this. But let me just see if you actually got it anywhere else in the listing. Nope. Okay. So, my students, my eagle eyes, what 2 keywords is she missing? Do. So, the whole goal when you're listing stuff online is to jam as many buzzwords that could get eyes on it as possible. And you always have to be thinking, okay, what other buzzwords could bring me no, it's not a Ferrari. It is a Porsche. So no, so that would definitely be keyword spamming. Cars Land, yeah, but that's not what I was going for. Pixar. Yep, Pixar would be a good one. Oh no, it's right there in the middle.
I didn't put Pixar.
No, it's right there.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, then I see Jess said duh. So Jess said Pixar and then went, oh, there's Pixar. Okay, so since no one's catching it yet. Nope, not movie. Movie's not important in this case. Who does the voice for Sally?
I don't even know. I'd have to look it up.
Bonnie Hunt. So that's where your keyword, when you're dealing with modern day, because put in who did the voice of Pinocchio wouldn't be that important right now. But all these modern day Disney and Pixar movies, for the most part, all the voice actors are very famous already. So you might as well get some more keywords in. If you don't have the room in your title, that's fine. You come on down to your item specifics and you put in a custom, and voiced by is your header. And then Bonnie Hunt is your answer. So same with Jack Sparrow. I thought you had the Jack Sparrow. Did you have?
I do not have Johnny Depp. No.
Yeah, see, those are the things. Those are the keywords that people that get extra eyes. So that, and I want you to start left aligning your description. So when you write descriptions, when you write titles, and you're a teacher, write it like a textbook, write it like a newspaper, write it like a magazine, left to right. Titles are first letter is capitalized of every word. The body is always left aligned. It's easier to read. Now, I did look on my phone at this. It's not too bad, but the older person gets, the worse their eyes get. Mine are getting pretty bad. It's harder to read. So a 20-year-old can read this probably no problem. 50-year-old, 70-year-old. So yeah, left align everything. Don't center it.
Okay.
Where'd my notes go? They're there. Okay. All right. So we added some bonus ones in here because you had some new listings. Yoo-hoo. And I'll gently just scroll through here. Now, we're going to get to a listing in a bit, but I can tell Michelle has gone through eras of Michelle listing because she's got some old listings. All these pictures are nice and square, pretty decent lighting, but we're going to get to some that I'm like, what happened here? But I can tell they're old. And when I asked her how old, y'all going to be shocked. But don't ruin the fun, Michelle. Okay, just to show you how, branding, you definitely get a feeling from my branding. Now, back in the day, the description of your store helped in keywords in Google searches. I don't think it does anymore. It might still, but my description of what I sell is pretty much the stuff kind of written out. Tiki mugs, moo, so it's all buzzwords that help draw eyes in when people are Google searching stuff. Now, you didn't have any featured items in your store, and I realized 2 seconds before we went live, I sold my last 3, so I'm deficient myself. So as you sell your featured items, get some ones up there, and don't do 4 the same, and do 4 very fun and different things. Don't do boring things. Like if you're selling some socks, don't make socks one of your featured item. Make it something fun and very like eye candy kind of thing.
Okay.
And Mom, we can do that on the show someday. So Mom, if you want to take a note, we can kind of throw that in, how to add your featured items in. All right. Okay, so let's get right to the actual first listing. Okay, so I want you in the next, I'll give you 2.5 weeks. I want you to get a backdrop that has no texture to it. So you're using a blanket that has too much texture.
Yeah, these pictures right now, it's kind of like a transition photo area. I spent the summer with the whole COVID lockdown because I'm a teacher. So I was here a lot more than normal. So we decided to do a complete inventory revamp. So we redid our photo room. We're redid all my inventory. It's all nicely labeled and categorized and everything now. And so this is my temporary photo studio. But I do have a regular different colored backgrounds, plain.
Okay. Yeah, look, a sheet works, but make sure it's just a nice, if you're going to do bedding, make sure it's a nice flat sheet, not too much of a pattern, if anything, but so much texture, because also your camera has to take picture of all that texture, and that's kind of part of it. And so the more your camera has to take picture of, you want to focus on your item. Now, when you have 6 of a glass, let me show you some examples. Your opening shot is kind of long. So we have all this space in the top and the bottom that's kind of wasted. Now look at what this person did right here. Front and then tick, 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 tick. So that opening shot should be a little bit artistic when you have multiples of a grouping. And I was actually going to do this at home with some tiki mugs, and I was already at the office, but I had these coffee mugs here. So this could be your opening shot. Now it's not showing every mug and every angle of every mug, but it's a cool artistic shot. First one's in focus, last one's out of focus, but that's on purpose. That's called artistic out of focus. And even I did this kind of a grouping, came down from the top, but it fills the space so much better. So we go back and look at your, see the top and bottom's not full. So when you do these groupings of anything, figure out the setup to fill the space. And then the next 11 pictures, you can get in closer. Okay.
Okay.
And anything else on this? All right. How old are these iPhone 4 case listings?
Pretty old. Very
We're
old.
about to have the iPhone 12. And so what I want to recommend on this is this picture is out of focus. You've had it up forever. You have 3 available. There's no money in iPhone 4 cases anymore. I was looking at solds. There's a lot of solds, but here's what they are. $4 free shipping. And I'm like, why is anyone wasting their time? The only reason, if you're new to selling and you needed to build up some fast positive feedback, but you're established, this is just taking up space in your store that you don't need. You don't need. So I would donate all these iPhone 4 cases because the average sold was $4 with free shipping. That's just spinning your wheel. There's no point in doing that.
Yeah.
If you who knows if we ever have garage sales again, but if you have a garage sale or donate it, take the write-off. You can still get your write-off. Donate it.
All right.
Okay, just general question, why not clean the schmutz off the game? Say those are the things that my teenager who takes pictures, I showed her already. The grease pen writing on the bottom of the item is from the thrift store. So if it's on a surface that we can wipe off easily and cleanly, let's do it. She forgot. I go, when you're taking that picture, you should be noticing that big squiggly grease mark pen that you want to get rid of. So anything that can be easily cleaned and the outside of a video game is something easily cleaned, a little bit of warm water and a rag, clean that schmutz right off. Now, I say that, but I qualify it with this. My dad had we found a bitchin' like 1890s mantle clock, and my dad took a rag with cleaning solution and went like this, and as he came around, all the numbers were gone. So, so old stuff with patina, don't clean too much, with some exceptions. But something modern like this, yeah, clean that off. You know, make it more enticing to the customer. Because I see this and I'm like, ew. You know, and there's schmutz on the back too. Now that might be old sticker schmutz, but you know, Goo Gone will fix that right up. Make it pretty. Okay, and then again, I've seen levels. You know, Michelle 2 years ago, Michelle yesterday. So you have a lot of light items where this video game is only going to be about 4 or 5 ounces, and you have economy shipping. So you're hurting yourself because you know this is going to ship at first class. It weighs about 4 or 5 ounces. And if everyone else had this game, because you have the generic economy shipping picked, you'll be last in the line.
Okay.
So the only time you use the generic ones, economy, standard, when you got something weird and big and problematic. So, you know, on those, I'll do standard shipping. If it sells to LA close to me, then I'll bump it up to priority mail. If it sells to Vermont, then I'll probably do FedEx home. But anything that we can hold in our hand, anything we can put in a normal size envelope or box, make sure to be specific because you're going to come up better in search.
Okay.
And good job on 60-day returns. Woohoo! Woohoo! I'm very proud to see that.
Thank you.
All right. What's my notes on this? Okay. How old is this listing?
It's 2018. It was right after.
Okay. So not that old. 2 years.
Yeah.
So could this have been when eBay lost our pictures because you only have one rectangular picture?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay. So at first I thought you were just being lazy. Then I'm like, ooh, that's when we lost our photos.
I didn't even realize that one. Yeah.
So even though it's still in the box, you know, you want to see a few more angles. You want to see the back. Because of course the customer goes, hey, there's a hole in the back. You can't say there isn't because there is no photo. So I'll definitely retake these nice and square, fill that space.
Yeah.
And again, you got economy shipping. Your price is fine. So just switch that from economy to first class and you'll be better off in search.
Okay.
All right. What's next? Oh, the cheese planer, right? Is that next? Yep. Okay. See how much texture is in this? This is a good example. Now, when you have an item like the cheese planer, okay, if I'm going to sell these scissors, don't take the first picture like this or like this. Take them like this, corner, so it fills the entire screen. Now, it's not going to fill it, obviously, because it's skinny, but still, when you're looking at that picture, you're looking across the whole picture.
Okay.
Oh, yep. And I was just on this one is when I started to notice your description was centered and saying to left align it there. But what I did like about your descriptions, they're sweet, short and sweet and to the point. That's what you need. 20 years ago, we wrote stories. Today, people just, if they're going to read it all, they just want to see quick facts. You know, like when I buy a shirt, I really don't pay attention to much of anything but the length, all my heights in my torso. I want to see my length of my shirts at least 33 inches. And if I don't see that, I just move on automatically if they don't bother to put the measurements. Or if they do, that's the first thing I look at. If it's within what I want, then I look at everything else. But that my eye goes length 30, too short for me, moving on. But that's good. Short and sweet and to the point. Okay, so dun. So I asked Michelle, how old is this listing? And what was the answer?
2014.
Oh my. That, for those of you who are slow in math, is 6 years ago. All right. Yeah. Anything you've had for 6 years, it's time to go or time to redo the listing. Now, your hand's in it. I can tell it's an old photo. It's not a square picture. Again, there's only one picture, so I'm thinking it could have been the great loss of 2018. But you still think this is, here's how old this is. The pictures are in the description.
Right.
Holy old Batman. Okay. So I don't think it's a lost cause. I always think Figment's a good character to pick up. I just think you need to redo this listing. I would just end it completely. If you want to give it a whirl again, good. Look, I saw your new pictures. You've got this down now. Fresh pictures. Let's get it up. Good title. And we don't have to talk about your hand because you know better now. But,
yes.
But I could tell, I'm like, this has to be very, very old. Did we have a Christmas thing? Was one of our things Christmas?
The ornament, maybe?
Oh, all right. Let me bring that back. Hold, please. Maybe I missed that. Look at people catching things I missed. Oh yes, look at that. All right, cool.
I had Christmas twice.
Yep. So things that you could do, things that add to more buzzwords. Where was Christmas Story set? Yay, my hometown of Cleveland. Cleveland, and that's where the house is. People go visit it, so Cleveland could be a good bonus word. Fragile is the big word from that movie. So, that was because of the lamp. It was on the outside of the box, so I would put that in there. Those are the kind of words, you don't need Christmas twice. Now, I will say this. When I sell a tiki mug by Tiki Farm, it reads a little weird if I leave the second tiki out. So it'll be like Crazy Al Tiki Mug Farm. It works, but that's that rare time where I like to repeat a word because it reads better. This one, you definitely didn't need Christmas Story, Christmas tree ornament. That's one, tree ornament's good. It reads fine by itself because we all know it's a Christmas tree. But that way you can work in Cleveland or work in Fragile or both if you have the room.
Oh, yeah. Good catch.
Is it better to put the text description in bold print? I do bold print. I think it's size 18 or 20. I like to do blue. Don't do 17 colors, but if you want to change it from black to another color, that's fine. Don't change it to yellow or, light pink. But I'm a keen on the blue, so I do all my in blue. And what does normal wear mean? As a buyer, that is not clear to me. All right, fair enough. All righty. Okay. I don't understand what I'm seeing in this listing. And so if I don't understand it, other customers are not going to understand it either. So Hollywood Horror Nights, I know that, or Halloween Horror Nights. Universal Studios lanyard skull light up. So all right, so I see the skull here. I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking at. When I go to this picture, I don't see a skull anywhere. So does the skull hang on this and you took it off for the picture?
It does hang on it, yeah. And they're brand new and they came in a bag where they're not attached.
Okay. So
yeah.
What you need then is a picture of the lanyard next to the bag, because I couldn't figure out what I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't make enough sense to me. So if that's the case, I want you to open the bag for sure, but lanyard next to the bag in the opening shot so people can get the full feeling of what it is.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to guess this is older too.
Yeah.
And also, see how blurry your first photo is?
Yes.
Yeah. So definitely, I don't care how old the listing is. If you go to list it and your photo's blurry, don't be just like, you got to take new pictures, because this is actually a very nice jacket. I think with the blurriness, look whose hand's back, and your hand's in there, and that's kind of blurry too. Blurry photos do not make anyone want to purchase. So definitely, this is a great jacket. I think you just need to retake the photos and clean it up, and I think you'll be good. And did I have a question on shipping? All right, so $10 economy shipping, $16 expedited. There is no economy that'll get you for $10. So I'm guessing that's old, and you didn't change any of your shipping, because nowadays, if you look at any box that you're shipping from anywhere to anywhere else in the United States, look at Parcel Select first and look at priority. It'll never be more than $1 difference. So you'll never pick Parcel Select anymore. If it's close, it'll be a dime. If it's far, it might be 60 cents. But especially with what's going on with our post office right now, for 60 cents, you're going to ship it priority. There's no need to ship it slow, because I don't even know why they had that class of mail, because the pricing has gotten so out of whack that there really is no difference. So might as well just ship it all priority.
Well, the reason I was doing the economy like that and the expedited is so that I wasn't locked in to either priority, or a lot of times some things will ship FedEx, Smart Post, or home delivery. It'll ship that way cheaper. So I didn't want to.
I don't even think you can get down to under $10 on FedEx. That seems so low. But this jacket, what size is this jacket? Could you get it in a medium flat rate?
It's lined, so it's pretty,
lined. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I've got a pair of overalls into the flat rate, but I don't think I could get that.
All right. I just think you're doing yourself a disservice. You're going to get lost out.
Yeah.
Now, what I would do is go look at other people selling this type of polo jacket, or it didn't have to be polo, this type of jacket with lining and stuff. Look at their shipping, because again, you don't want to be the worst one,
Right.
Because people aren't going to get to you. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Economy shipping right now is going to be way nutty. FedEx will be okay. Post office, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm guessing this is older.
It is. It's a little older. It's not real old, but I think that one's like a year or so, probably.
All right. Little out of focus and not enough light.
Okay.
And that adds to the out of focus. When you don't have enough light, your camera or your phone's trying desperately to focus, and there's not enough light. That's one of the problems. So you need a little more light on the subject, and get it squared up, because you're all this white space down here and up here. But you got square photos now, so I think you've got that conquered. But I would take some time and go back and maybe fix a couple a day, because these are still good things to have up there. And you got two available. Just get some fresh photos on there, and bam, make it like, oh, I need to buy this.
Mm-hmm.
See, look, Linda's already excited. Linda's already excited. Oh yes, I see. This is why it's so fun to do with a group. I didn't catch that. So Google said if you're doing clothes, they definitely want men's or women's in the title. So on that jacket. And that wasn't Google suggesting it. That was Google saying, if you want to be found, you must put men's or women's in your title for clothing. So I felt it was a waste of space because we're already in the men's category or the women's. But if
Right.
Google's saying this is how you're going to be found on people who are just Google searching a polo jacket, then I'm going to listen because I don't want to do anything to turn away potential eyes on my stuff.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, so I have a question. I don't know if I have an actual problem or not yet. You said it lights up. Is this brand new and you can't light it up, or did you just not light it up?
Yes, it is brand new. And if I light it up, I'd have to take out the protector thing and it wouldn't be brand new anymore, I guess.
Got it. Okay. That's what I kind of figured, but I wanted to ask first because, of course, if you got something that lights up, light it up.
Right.
And what a cool popcorn bucket.
Yeah. And it's so hard to get into Galaxy's Edge right now with all the restrictions. So hoping it would do well.
I can imagine. All right. Yeah, cool. Okay. I'm guessing this is older.
Yes, that one is.
Okay. Because on your other sum-sums, is that how you say it? Sum-sum?
Yeah.
You were close up. You were up close and you filled the picture. And this one, I'm like, what happened here? There's so much like empty space around it. But yeah, I could see. I started to get the flow of the eras. And I forgot to load up 2 things. So let me get these loaded. Whoops. And,
Yeah, they're been there for a long time.
okay, so. Oh, are these different colors? These 2 corkscrews?
I don't know.
All right. I think it's, again, not enough light because I last night in the dark when I was working on this, I thought you had listed the same thing twice accidentally. And then I thought you had 2 of the same thing, which I would have told you to do a quantity. But this one looks maroonish, where this one looked black or navyish.
Oh, yeah.
Now, again, I would retake these photos, a lot more light, corner to corner it, and because it's a nice piece. And turn it the other way. Put the corkscrew pointing down.
Okay.
Yep. You need more light. Like you had good light by the end, but the bummer is you don't have good light on the opening photo. But yeah, like I said, I thought they were the same thing last night. So I was going to tell you, yeah, just do quantity of 2. Okay, is this the same thing? Can this light up or no?
Yes, that one can light up.
All right, so then the question is, where's the picture of it lit up?
Did I do a video of it?
Oh.
I think there was supposed to be a video. Yes, there's a video of it lit up.
Okay, so Ye did a video, but Boo, you did it vertically. Horizontal. That's the rule number 1. You know, you're a teacher. You ignored rule number 1. I am never inviting you to Fight Club.
Uh-oh.
All right. So if you're going to show me this lit up, you got to have it a much darker room too. Yeah, I can see it, but yeah, you can't get the feeling for how lit up it is because you're in. Here's the one thing I'm going to tell you: you have too much light. When you do the light up stuff, definitely do it. You've got to wait till nighttime. Do it after dark. Make that room almost dark as dark can be, just so people can see it and appreciate how it lights up.
Okay.
All right. All right. And then we're going to end with this. This is the one thing that I've not seen anyone else do. So let me see. Let me check the chat first. Cute mom. Maybe put a few sums together for a higher price. All right. My dear. You have negatives and neutrals you could have easily expunged. Why haven't you yet?
I don't know. I just, when they changed everything with the feedback, it just really wasn't that important to me, I guess. And that sounds horrible.
I mean, it is and it isn't. But
right.
If you have unjust feedback, might as well get rid of it. Make your thing look just beautiful with a big old 100%. Because let's look at your negative first. And this is for everybody. If you have unjust feedback, get rid of it. Super fast shipping, great product. Okay, this customer screwed up. Now, what you should have done right away, maybe you did, is message them, hey, you left feedback wrong. Here's the link to revision. Would you mind please revising it for me? If they don't, hey, eBay, this person left me a positive, obviously as a negative that they shouldn't have. eBay will remove that lickety split. Okay? I made it right for the end. Hi, Chris. Now let's look at the 2 neutrals. Make sure you investigate the charges. That's all I will say. That is one of the most bullshit, passive aggressive feedbacks I've ever seen in my life. Do you even know what that means?
Yes. That was an international sale, and
That's what I thought.
There were custom charges, and I tried to explain that that's out of my control, and she wanted me to pay them, and it was bad.
So that's what I figured. And again, feedback is of your services. So it's not so much of the product, and your services did nothing wrong. Her government said, you owe us 10 pounds or whatever, 40 euros, whatever. And so again, eBay will quickly remove that.
Okay.
Now, your link is clickable on the other one. The items were dirty when they arrived. Now, I looked at these pictures. They don't look dirty to me. Did you make them dirty before you sent it? Or
no.
Or are they just being nutty and picky?
I think they were just being nutty and picky, to tell you the truth.
Now this one, I'm not 100%, but while you're on with eBay, you could say, hey, could you look at this listing? Do these look dirty to you?
And those, I actually bag those in like a Ziploc bag right after I do the pictures and list it. And then it goes into a tub, a sealed tub. So it went from in a Ziploc bag. And
now, this one they might not, because it could be subjectional. But the other two, easily removed. Easily.
Okay.
So yeah, you're right. It is important. It's not important. But when you have ones that can be removed, get rid of. Like I've had 3 negatives this year, and they were all BS. I had them all removed and I typically don't call in just for that. I'll be like, oh, I got to take care of this other issue. While I have you on the phone, would you mind looking at this? Like, I don't know if I can't remember where I don't know if I talked about it in Secret Beach or where I talked about it. Someone bought a t-shirt from me and the feedback was, oh, if I would have known it was you, I wouldn't have bought it.
Oh, that's crazy.
And when he said that, he had been in the thrifting board for 4 years, getting help and free advice. And so when I was talking to eBay, I go, hey, can you look at this neutral feedback or negative, whatever he left me? And the guy goes, well, that's self-explanatory. That's going to be removed.
Very good.
So yeah, so you might as well. I mean, hey, might as well get rid of it. There's no need, especially that negative. There is no need for that negative, and definitely no need for the neutral. So you might get stuck with the Tupperware one because that could be subjectional. But man, clean up those other two, and you'll be looking pretty.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. But hey, I'm so glad you didn't, because that was something totally new to talk about and give a lesson on. But here's what I'll end with this. When you call, and I know you wouldn't do this because it's so far removed already, you're like, whatever. But if you get an unjust negative that truly is unjust, and you call that day or the next day, don't call all upset and angry, because the person answering the phone, they did nothing to you. They're going to be the one to help you. But if you just go, I got this stupid negative. Okay, that's already putting them off, because you're all angry and yelling, and you some of you who are watchers might be laughing, but I've had friends do that. I'm like, are you insane? That person's not going to go the extra mile to help you now. But man, when someone calls in, hey, this is John. Thanks for calling eBay. I write it down, John, right away. Hey, John, my name is Jason. Can you help me with this? And I can refer back to his name, and it makes it a little bit more personal when we have fun little conversations. And I got an offer on something going to Europe. That's too funny. Nice. I hope they want to pay their fees. But this way, it's a much better conversation. And there's been a few that probably shouldn't have been cleaned up, but because I was nice, and it wasn't bad that they cleaned it up, but if I would have come in angry, they would never have. But I came in nice, and I'm very personable with them, and they take care of me. So
awesome. I will do that. Yeah. Yeah, and I have concierge service, so there's no excuse.
What? Get on there.
I know.
So that means you can call in right away, and boom, they'll take care of it, because they will see at least 2 of the 3 that these don't need to be here, because that's silly.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah, look at that. Linda got negative feedback because the postal carrier couldn't find the address. The customer's address was a vacant lot where they were to build their new home. Oh my.
Oh no.
They were a little early on buying stuff. So yeah, but that kind of thing would get removed too, because that wasn't your fault, nor even the person you contracted, the post office's fault. There was no one there. So if it's a vacant lot with nobody there, guess what? Your mail ain't getting delivered. All right, another good review. Yeah, Michelle. So my big thing for you is I want you to clean up your old listings, probably get rid of some of them, but some of them are still fine products. just some fresh pictures, and maybe even do similar, then add the fresh pictures, maybe clean the titles a little bit, and I think you'll have some good success on some of those things.
Jason, I had a couple questions if you have time.
Yeah.
Okay, on the centering of the text and the description, didn't several years ago when mobile phone sales started to go really high, they told us to center them, but I guess
I don't think so. And if they did, I missed that. But
yeah.
I thought, okay, let me look at yours on my mobile. And like I said, it's not as easy to read when it's centered as to when it's left aligned. And so, you know, I never wanted to do anything that could make it tough for anyone. Everyone can read left aligned. Everyone.
Yeah.
So
I'll have to investigate on InkFrog if I can bulk edit those and make them all.
Yeah, I don't think so. So at least going forward, new listings, and then anything you're going to clean up and edit, obviously left align it. You know, you don't got to kill yourself to go backwards, but going forwards. Right. But if you're in there ever on any of them, editing anything else, title, pictures, and you see it, yeah, just click the button. I'll move it right over.
Yeah. No problem. The other question is I'm starting eBay managed payments on the 17th. Okay. They told me, messaged me, and I use InkFrog. I have used InkFrog forever. I want to double check from what I'm reading and what I see is I don't need to do anything different in InkFrog when listing because of the eBay managed payments. Is there?
And here's where being a teacher is great, but I'm not in it yet. I'll be one of the last ones, because I use a service that as of yet still isn't compatible. So I'll be one of the last ones coming in. So I really won't be able to say much. Now, my mom's going in this week, next week or something too. So we will piggyback off my mom. So we'll see whatever trials and tribulations she has. And then I'll at least we'll be able to come at it from her angle. Like I'll be one of the last. So by the time I get there, I'll be asking all y'all, because you'll be trying to get it. And I'll be like, hi, I'm the last guy through the door on this one. Yeah, I would have done it by now had they had gotten it fixed for the service I use that puts me in all the foreign eBay categories, but they didn't yet. And last month, that was 20% of my sales. I'm not giving that up.
Right. Yeah. I don't blame you.
Oh, my mom's in August 5th. Oh, as of. Okay, cool. So we'll see how things go this week. I'm going to guess maybe next Sunday we'll be talking about that, because it's crazy. The amount of people who still don't even have a clue what it means.
Right.
So buyers can't use PayPal? No, ding-a-ling. The thing is now buyers can use everything.
Right. Apple
Pay, Google Pay, PayPal, credit card. It don't matter. That's great for us, because some people don't like PayPal or maybe aren't on PayPal. But now we can sell to anybody, because there pretty much isn't anything that we're not using. So that's great. Just for us as the seller, it just means it's coming to a checking account. That's it. We don't know. We won't know how it came. It doesn't matter. But it'll be more streamlined. It's a good thing. It just they need to fix everything to get us there is what they got to do.
Right. Yeah, my only concern was like that transition period. And I think once it starts going and flowing, I'm probably not even going to notice a difference.
Yeah. And like with any big change. Oh, no. Wait a minute. We don't have mail on the horseback anymore. It's big change.
Yeah, I first started eBay. It was, money orders in the mail.
Oh, yeah. Quarters taped to a piece of paper. I mean, come on. That's where we all started.
Yeah.
This is fancy stuff now, managed payments. All right. Any other questions, Michelle?
That was it. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you, everybody. Good to see everybody. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you on Sunday. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.